over 75 years, Dick's Fumigation has been Maui's trusted shield against termites and pests.
When you're basing your business on reputation, you're going to get the customers.
Since 1945, this family-owned business has protected generations of homes and businesses across the island of Maui. In this episode, I uncover the key to longevity in one of the toughest industries on the island.
Dennis Fukushima, general manager for the company. Our parents started the business in 1945, but they've since passed, and we're right now running the company. And this is my sister, Elaine.
I'm the third of four. There's four of us in the family, and the youngest brother lives in Iowa.
The Midwest. I grew up in Michigan.
And Roy, who's the second, we're all 1 year apart.
Yeah.
He's working in a business also. He's a lead fumigator.
Mm-hmm. So a business starting, and that was right at the cuff of like World War II ended that year. I think it was 1945, May or something.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like for you guys growing up in a pest control business? You know, at that time where chemicals were very different than what it is today.
There were very few regulations back then, I think.
This simple-sounding compound, DDT, kills insects in a slow and complicated way.
It was very disturbing to me to find DDT criticized. I had been rather proud.
In the first stages, they tremble. It's easy to use. It's cheap, efficient, and safe.
So DDT was a chemical that was used during World War II. It was supposed to be the miracle solution to solving insect issues, pests, but also it was a part of being used for chemical warfare. That's where DDT got its beginning. As chemicals such as DDT were banned, companies like Dick's Fumigation learned to adapt quickly, and they embraced the change. They embraced safer practices. And that's part of the reason why they're still around today. That mentality of overcoming challenges and finding a better way to elevate and positively impact their community.
But when our parents started the business back then, it was more of like a part-time business, yeah? Termite control was not a big thing, so my dad started knocking on doors, drumming up business, and he said it was very hard going because a lot of doors were slammed in his face. Back then, he was trying to sell spot treatment work. Yeah, back then, I don't think fumigation was around at the time.
Oh wow, so yeah, see, he's building things from the ground up. I mean, door knocking is really tough. Were you, when the business first started out or when you were growing up, did you feel that you would get into the business, or it was something that was last?
Not even, no. Even in college, thinking of what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, I never thought I'd end up in the business, even though I took up a major in business, business and economics, but I never thought I'd end up in the business. And it's funny because now that I'm really involved with the business, I'm having a ball. I'm more enthused about this business now than I ever was.
Wow.
In my life. And most people would think I would be burnt out after 55 plus years in the business. I'm ready to go again, but I need to find workers. That's the only problem,
Yeah. Well, I feel like this industry is, pest control is the best kept secret still, because I've traveled all throughout the country and I've met people, and I always ask them what their story is. How did you get started? And it usually is happenstance, or maybe it was family related. But when they get in it, it's like 20 years go by and they're still in it, and 30 years they go by and they're still in it. And for me, seeing that coming from the space I came from, the tech world, I thought that was something to be said. What would you say for you guys, what this industry has done for you as, you know, professionals, for your family?
Well, when I started, well, I went to business school and then came back here, worked for the bank, and had kids. So then I took a leave from the bank, and then my mom needed help in the office, so that's when I started. But you learn a lot about insects and, you know, how to treat it, and it's just interesting because back then you could see that you're always going to have a job, you know, and dealing with customers was interesting also. You meet all kind of people, but, you know, just being patient with them and, you know, communicating with them. They appreciated, you know, what we've done for them, so it just keeps you going, and they depend on us, you know. We're gonna fumigate this house in up country, and the tenant said, "Oh, what about the jacuzzi that was separated from the house?" You know, we didn't measure that, but it was enclosed with this wood wall that you couldn't, you know, it's a privacy wall just surrounding the jacuzzi. So since my parents were going to haiku, I told them, "Oh, Mom, can you take a picture of the jacuzzi so we know what it looks like?" And then at the time, these people were cutting down branches because the trees was all just overgrown. So when they got there, they were cutting the branches, and then she told me, "Oh," I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Oh, you don't need to take picture of it." And I said, "Why?" Because they cut the branch and it fell on the jacuzzi and flattened it out. So we didn't have to fumigate it.
That's one way to solve the problem.
That was the funniest one.
What does the community mean for you guys as pest control owners and operators?
It's you know, we're providing a service that's needed, and even though there are other companies, you know, a lot of competitors in this business, it depends on how you do your business, whether or not you know, you prioritize your customers or not. Yeah. For us, we actually prioritize our employees. We value our customers so much that we try to take care of our employees first, so that they take care of our customers. Because yeah, we have long-time customers, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
Off camera, Dennis shared something with me that stuck. Over the phone, he explained why adaptability is the biggest lesson we can learn from bugs.
The bugs have taught me that they're very good at adapting to any kind of environment, are using certain chemicals over and over again. In the industry, have come across resistance problems with these bugs, and so they are survivors. Some of these bugs are from the dinosaur age, and they're still here today because they've been able to adapt to their environments. Take that into consideration whenever we're going after these bugs. We cannot just use same stuff over and over again. They are very good at adapting.
When you think about legacy in the pest control industry, Dick's Fumigation is a perfect example. They're not just about killing bugs. They're about elevating communities, keeping people safe, and building trust generation after generation. This is Local Service Legendz.